Hi, friends, brothers, and sisters. I'm Francis, and welcome to the Easter special of Pathways of Hope Dwelt Among Us. Our gospel for today is taken from John chapter 20, verses 19 to 31. It speaks about the disciples being together in a room with the door locked for fear of the Jewish leaders. But Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." This happened twice in today's gospel, the only difference being, in the first instance, Thomas was not with them. But the second time around, Thomas was. And Jesus concludes the story by saying, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet believed." Doors. They come in all sizes and shapes, but they have a common purpose. They are meant to secure something. We find doors in homes, buildings, vehicles, and everywhere else where something needs securing or safekeeping. Refrigerators have doors. Safety vaults have doors. Even websites have doors. They come in the form of username, password, one time PIN, security question, and so on. Many establishments have rules posted on their doors. Some have authorized personnel only. Others, unauthorized personnel, no entry. In office buildings, I'm sure you've seen this. No ID, no entry. And in some construction sites, no ID, no safety helmet, no boots, no entry. Only those who are authorized and those who have the keys or passwords can enter certain doors. In today's gospel, the disciples locked the door of their room so no one can enter. But Jesus showed up in their midst despite that. For me, this means two things. Number one, Jesus can enter any door if he so chooses. And number two, the disciples have locked everyone out except Jesus. Jesus' relationship with the disciples is very different from his relationship with us today. Back then, he walked with them, he dined with them, he taught them, fed them both spiritual and physical food, cried with them, and got hurt with them. So, of course, the disciples would want to be with him again. He showed himself to his disciples, and no door can stop him. But it is very different with us. In fact, in the book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 20, it says, "Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person, and they with me." Jesus is not forcing himself into our lives. In fact, I've seen many images of Jesus knocking at the door that has no doorknob, which means that door can only be opened from within. Jesus cannot force himself in, he cannot break the lock or pick the lock because there is no lock to begin with. It's just a plain door, and all he can do is knock. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. We have been given the free will to accept him or reject him. Brothers and sisters, ask yourselves, is the heart of my door open to Jesus? Or have I shut him out because of heartaches, unmet expectations, unanswered prayers, and difficult lives? Number two, Jesus aside, are there any other people in our lives whom we may have locked out of the door of our hearts? And maybe even the doors of our homes? Perhaps now would be a good time to let them back in, especially if they ask to do so. They may have already shown repentance, asked for our forgiveness, but remain outside of our lives because of our unforgiveness. Jesus already conquered death and sin. Perhaps we can ask Jesus to help us conquer our hatred and unforgiveness. If you have been blessed by this short reflection, please like and share Pathways of Hope to your friends and loved ones. Again, my name is Francis Ortega. Thank you and have a happy Easter.